Image of the Black Horse Rider. Revelation Study Guide Chapter 6 Seal Number 3. Revelation chapter 6 verse 5 King James Version. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. John sees the third beast open the third seal of the book, and the third beast takes John and points to a prophetical time window, so that John can see the events that will take place next. Images of the Black Horse of Revelation. Revelation chapter 6 verse 6 King James Version. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. We have our third horse. He is the black horse, and the rider looks sort of thinned out. It doesn't look like he has eaten very much for a while. The rider has scales in his hand. Scales or balances always represent rationing. This black horse represents famine. Let's use a little logic here. If Russia has invaded Israel and the new Roman Empire along with America are in the process of trying to push Russia out of there, do you know what mobilization to the imminent threat of World War will do? It will cause the stock market to fall everywhere, shipping will be interrupted, and supplies would be allocated for the military effort and away from the public sector. Would that not cause rapid rationing? Would that not create a man-made famine in many places of the world? It would instantaneously happen without a shot being fired. Going on full military standoff would cause a famine. Notice what God says, hurt not the oil nor the wine. False prophets really get to me sometimes. One, I won't mention his name, but he was in Washington, D.C. His initials are MC. This MC got up before this great big group, wanting to raise $100,000 to buy the now defunct PTL. He said that God had revealed to him what the oil and wine of Revelation chapter 6:6 was. It was set aside for the Pentecostals and Charismatics that gave $1,000. God would give them great riches. Foolish people jumped to their feet and gave him the money. I would pay $1,000 not to be around to see this part of the prophecy. I don't want it. There is no mystery in the oil is the oil that is in the ground. What are they really fighting for? It is the oil. In the Persian Gulf they set the stuff on fire. But between the Russians and the Roman Empire they are making an agreement: don't hurt the oil. You want to know a dirty little secret about this kind of wars? They are always financed by somebody, and the ones that finance the war on one side is the same one that finances the war on the other side. The ones financing this war will be the Rothschild clan, whom the Rockefellers are a part of. Look at World War I, those people had branches in all of the countries at war, and they made a ton of money. Image of Jesus breaking the third seal. World War II they financed both sides. Hitler was still paying off the German debt from World War I to the Rothschild family during his reign. You have to keep that banker if you want to buy your tanks and guns. No doubt those bankers are saying, whatever you do in this war, don't touch the oil, don't touch the drinking stuff. Water and the things that are drinkable will be off limits. So we see strict rationing. It is a day's wage to buy a loaf of bread, work all day, and that is all you get. I hear some people say they want to be here for the first half of the tribulation. They mistakenly reason that because the world will be at peace, and you can still make a profit. Their thought is, I want the rapture in the middle of the tribulation period, that way I can get all of this world goods. There is nothing good about any of the tribulation. All that this promised peace is about is the Antichrist destroying many under the disguise of peace. You don't have to give a man peace to use peace as a weapon on him, or against him. You can disarm him with the promise of peace, and then when he is disarmed you can kill him. You have disarmed him with the promise of peace. There will not be peace during the 7-year tribulation period, except maybe for a short period while the Antichrist is cocking his guns and as the Russians cock their guns, but after that, it is going to be war, famine, and starvation. There is a group in the town where I currently live that believe we are already going through the tribulation period. That just shows me they don't understand a thing about the book of Revelation. If we are in the tribulation period, we would be suffering right now the horrors of the tribulation. I forgot to tell you earlier in Ezekiel that fire falls on Russia. Russia gets nuked. Ezekiel 39:6 And I will send a fire on Magog, and among them that dwell carelessly in the isles, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Who are them that dwell carelessly in the isles? What does the word isles mean to a Jew of Ezekiel's day? Jerusalem can look north and see north, likewise south and east, but when she looks west all she can see is the sea and the isles or islands. So that began to be a euphemism for west. West is islands. What is west of Israel? Go west of Israel and you will find us, the United States of America, at ease or careless while fire is falling upon us. This means America also gets nuked during the tribulation. If you want to prosper during the tribulation period, I don't know where you are going to live and be safe. Islands are going to fall all over the world. Mountains are going to crumble all over the world. Fire is going to get a third of the world. We are going to see that all of the green grass is going to burned up. That means there is not one corner on this earth that you can go to and hide, and if you don't want to go through the tribulation period, then you better put your hand in Jesus' hand and not turn it loose.